happen. Either God answers that prayer the way that we ask, or God reveals His will to us. And that's difficult. It's difficult to understand the will of God, and it's even more difficult to be okay with it when it's sorrowful. It's difficult to be okay when we lose a family member. And it may be the will of God that they're in heaven and going to get to spend eternity there, but it's difficult for us to accept sometimes. It's part of trusting in God. It's part of being a mature Christian. It's just relying on the knowledge that God has that's beyond all of our understanding. As we come to a close today, I ask the question, do you trust God today? Do you have this relationship with God that no matter what happens, you're okay with it? Have you committed your life to Christ? Another challenge I have for us all today is, are we in prayer for one another? Are we in prayer for our church? If you haven't noticed, the last, about a month or so, we've had a lot of prayer requests. We've had a lot of people in the hospital. I think one weekend we had 4 or 5 members in the hospital. In the last couple months, we've lost church members. Our church is going through difficult times. And I don't know if they're going to stop anytime soon. I imagine that this next year is going to continue to be difficult for our church. Are we praying together? Are we seeking God's guidance? Are we seeking God's will for our church, that you would help build us up and help understand and help us build one another up? Are we coming together and praying for healing and God's guidance? So as we come to a close today, I ask, let's pray for one another. Let's pray for those who are hurting. Let's pray for all of our prayer requests. And not that we just pray this afternoon, today in church, but that tomorrow and the next day, and all this week and all this month, we take time every day to pray for what's going on. That God would give us a vision, that God would continue to help build this church. So that when God's will does say people to go home, that we're ready for it. Let's pray. Dear Lord, I just want to thank you for today. Thank you for your word for us that is so encouraging for us, that even in death we can put our trust in you, because our goal is not on this earth, but our goal is found only in heaven, Lord. I pray for our church today that you continue to help build us up, give us strength and healing for those who are weak and suffering, Lord. I pray that you go into each of these situations that we mentioned earlier, the ones that we mentioned as well as the ones that we don't mention weekly, God. I pray that you just continue to build us up, continue to help build up our families to care for one another, help build up our church to care for one another, Lord. I pray that you just give us a passion for your gospel, that we just love those around us so much that we cannot do anything but share your word with others, Lord. I pray that you continue to help bring us peace and joy in the times of difficulty, Lord, as we continue to pursue you. In Jesus' name.